Hello everybody, it is Tuesday the 23rd of April. I want to talk about, again, the knowledge of good and bad, but it is fundamental because we've completely lost it. The world has lost it. And I just want to show you how this has been done, because it has been deliberately done. This is all part of a plan. And it is actually exactly how David Icke says. If you see the outcome, if you know the outcome, you can see the way that is leading you there. Yeah? And folks, as far as the New Testament is concerned, as far as that teaching is concerned, you were shown the outcome. You were shown what that teaching will create. And the outcome is the book of the Revelation. You've been told that. Death, destruction, pestilences, and the heavenly Borg cube coming down to earth to rule over us all. The one to come to rule over us all. The one world order. The heavenly one world order. That is the intended outcome. And we're going toward that. And I really still not seeing why people are so happy about that. Glory, hallelujah. But again, our knowledge of good and bad has been confused. Completely and utterly confused. And I want to show you how they operate in that teaching. Because they always do a thing, and that is they give you something that you know as good, and then they hang something else onto it. That is bad. Wrong. And you swallow the first bit joyfully, because you know it to be good, and you swallow the rest. And it is. Let me just go to this teaching that is, let him that is without sin cast the first stone, because that is a prime example of what is in that teaching. The teaching is full of that, and you really need discernment. You need to be firm in the truth, in the knowledge of good and bad, to read that book. Anyway, so this teaching of let him who is without sin, right, cast the first stone. Right, okay. So there was a woman there, an adulteress, and she was to be stoned. So we know, or we should know, that stoning is a bad thing. In fact, we were given 10 commandments, written by the hand of God, written in stone. They were given to us to guide us. They are guides to help us discern good and bad. And one of those commandments clearly says, you shall not kill. So then, yes, stoning the woman is bad. That is something that we know inherently as bad. But then Jesus says, that's the next part, that, don't judge at all. Be filled with forgiveness and don't judge, and, know yourself to be sinful, so do nothing. Now, there is a lot of possibilities in between killing the woman or doing nothing at all. It is really black and white. It's all or nothing. There's a lot of possibilities in between the two, which you have to completely disregard. Now, thing is that what is happening in this world at the moment is people don't judge. They're void of judgment. They do nothing. And we can see in this world that it is when people, and the masses, do nothing, that evil can thrive. Which is exactly what is the intended outcome. Our nature, our knowledge of good and bad shall be subdued, confused first of all, completely confused, and by that ineffective, subdued, and then the heavenly Borg cube can come in, and or the one world order can come in, and the few can rule over everything, which is the intended outcome. People blame this body, as if you look at this body as biological technology, then this is the hard drive. And the hard drive is actually wondrously made. So is everything else in this world when you think about it. It is beyond what we can fathom, the way everything is built. But the best computer is no good if it's running a corrupted program. Doesn't matter how good the machine is, the program will destroy it if the program is corrupted. And that is exactly what's happening here. We are running a corrupted program that is destroying the machine. The wages of sin is death. This machine will die because of the corrupted program that we're running. So again, I said the New Testament is full of these things. And you really need to think, even in one sentence, when there's two parts of it, you need to think about both parts of the sentence. You cannot swallow anything that is in there blindly. And you need to stand firm in your own knowledge of good and bad, and stand firm in the 10 Commandments that are there to guide your judgment. And then know which part of a statement you would come into agreement with. And as I said, it could be in the same statement another part where you say, no, I'm not going there. And that is what you must do. I said the teaching as a whole was given so it would lead to the one world order. By confusing our judgment of good and bad, by making us ineffective. So we can be taken over, this earth can be taken over by the few. And if you look now at what they are doing, you say what's happening is biblical, step by step, but they are following the blueprint to world dominion. It is full on biblical. They are following the script. So, as I said, if you have no discernment, stay away from that book. And it is, as I said, good and bad could be in one sentence. And if you sit there like a parrot just repeating, oh, it's all so wonderful and glory, hallelujah, and let's all go into destruction, then you should not have read that book in the first place. You were not ready. You were not on a high enough level of consciousness, on a high enough level of I am, to even read that book. And then you will be sheep-herded into destruction, because that's the level of consciousness you're on. The level of a sheep. So either we raise our consciousness and start discerning. It is through the knowledge of good and bad that we become as gods. Again, right at the beginning of the book. So if this is the plan written by a God to come and have world dominion, then you must be as a God in the knowledge of good and bad to stand up against that. So let's all raise ourselves to that level. And then, no, do not stand there and do nothing. oh, let it all happen, it is the will of God, it's all good. No, it's not. But stand in your own truth and do something against it. That might be a God coming to take over. So are you. You are a God. We are the gods of this world. This is our home. And then let's stand up and do something against it. Anyway, I leave it at that for today. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.